ముందుగా ప్రియమైన విద్యార్థులకు మరియు వారి తల్లిదండ్రులకు నమస్కారం. నా పేరు కె వెంకన్న జూనియర్ కాలేజ్ చైర్మన్. నేను ఈ రోజు 10th క్లాస్ విద్యార్థులను దృష్టిలో పెట్టుకొని మాట్లాడడం జరుగుతుంది. అది ఏమిటనగా, మనందరికీ తెలుసు, గత 2 సంవత్సరాలుగా కరోనా కారణంగా విద్యార్థులు ఎటువంటి పరీక్షలు రాయకుండానే పై తరగతులు పంపడం జరుగుతుంది. ఫలితంగా ఐఐటి జేఈ మరియు నీట్ లాంటి జాతీయ స్థాయి పరీక్షలను సాధించడం కష్టతరం అవుతుంది. దీనిని అధిగమించడానికి మరియు 10వ తరగతి పరీక్షలో అత్యధిక మార్కులు సాధించడానికి నేను మీ ముందుకు కె వెంకన్న జూనియర్ కాలేజ్ ప్లాట్ఫామ్ ద్వారా అనుభవజ్ఞులైన అధ్యాపకులచే ఉచిత వీడియో క్లాసులు, హ్యాండ్ రిటన్ నోట్స్ మరియు గత ప్రశ్నపత్రాల సమాధానాల విశ్లేషణ ఇవ్వబడును. కాబట్టి నేను విద్యార్థులకు చెప్పదలుచుకున్నది ఏంటంటే, ఈ ఉచిత వీడియో క్లాసులను మరియు హ్యాండ్ రిటన్ నోట్స్లను క్లాస్ రూమ్లో కూర్చొని చదువుకున్నంత సీరియస్గా చదువుకోవాలను. ఇంకొకటి ఏమిటనగా, ఈ యొక్క క్లాసులు విన్న వెంటనే అర్థం చేసుకొని ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయవలను. ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయడం అంటే కేవలం చదవడం కాదు, పేపర్ మీద రాయవలను. అలాగైతే గుర్తుండిపోతుంది. దీంతో పాటు మీ యొక్క నాలెడ్జ్ని పరీక్షించుకునే కొరకు త్వరలో ప్రీ ఫైనల్ పరీక్షలు కూడా నిర్వహించబడు. ఈ యొక్క అవకాశాన్ని సద్వినియోగం చేసుకోవాలని 10th చదివే విద్యార్థులకు విజ్ఞప్తి చేస్తున్నాను.
So the light reaction here. So where it's going to take place? Where it's going to take place? Thylakoid. So where is the thylakoid? Definitely in the chloroplast. Where is the chloroplast? Inside the leaf. What that is the space? Exact place is the mesophyll. So in a thylakoid, okay, this is the thylakoid. This is the lumen, empty space. This is the thylakoid membrane. So in thylakoid membrane here, okay, here the light is captured. So what is the place of the light reaction? Thylakoid. Okay, so this is the structure of the thylakoid. Okay, membrane ఏముంటుంది thylakoid లో? membrane ఉంటుంది. లోపల ఏముంటుంది? lumen will be there, right? So lumen. So ఇక్కడ light అనేది fix అవుతుంది. Here the leaf will trap the light, it will penetrate into the leaf. ఇక్కడ వరకు రీచ్ అవుతుంది అన్నమాట. సో హియర్ we will be having some centers, reaction centers. ఓకే, ఏముంటాయి? సెంటర్స్ ఉంటాయి, లైక్ PS1, PS2. ఏముంటాయి మనకి? I'll give a simple example here. ఏంటంటే మనకి టీవీ సిగ్నల్స్, ఓకేనా? మనకి టీవీ సిగ్నల్స్ ఎలా వస్తాయి? లైక్ వి పుట్ ఎ డిష్, ఓకేనా? లైక్ మనం ఇలా ఒక డిష్ కానీ, like any Sun Direct, Reliance, Airtel, so something like that. What is its function? It will receive the signals అనేది like a dish TV, or in olden days what we used to have the antenna ఉండేది, తెలుసా? మనం పుట్టలేదా? డిడి సప్తగిరి ఇవన్నీ ఉండేవి, దూరదర్శన్. అప్పుడు ఏముండేదంటే మనకి సిగ్నల్స్ అనేవి ట్రాప్ చేయడానికి ఏముండేది? యాంటీనా అనేది ఉండేది. సో అదేం చేసేది? సిగ్నల్స్ని ట్రాప్ చేసేది. సేమ్ అంతే అన్నమాట. ఇక్కడ మన రియాక్షన్ సెంటర్స్ కూడా అదే పని చేస్తాయి. దే డూ ద సేమ్ థింగ్ హియర్. ఓకే, సో ఏంటి ఇక్కడ? సో డిష్ సిగ్నల్స్ని తీసుకుని ఏం చేస్తుంది? టీవీ, ఇట్ గివ్స్ టు టీవీ. సో వీ కెన్ వాచ్ మన ఇష్టమైన ఛానల్ లైక్ బిగ్ బాస్, సంథింగ్, ఆల్ టీవీ సీరియల్స్, మూవీస్, ఎవ్రీథింగ్ విల్ బి టెలికాస్టెడ్ ఇన్ ది టీవీ, లైక్ సేమ్ యాజ్ ఇట్ ఇస్ హియర్. సో వాట్ హియర్ ది 2 photo systems ఏమున్నాయి? 2 photo systems అనేవి ఉన్నాయి. ఆ సిస్టమ్స్ ఏం చేస్తాయి? దే విల్ గోయింగ్ టు రిసీవ్ ది లైట్ హియర్. So from light what we get? Chemical energy. Okay, so the here light is trapped. So చూడండి, జర్నీ చూడండి, లీఫ్ ఉంది, లీఫ్ మీద లైట్ పడింది. జర్నీ ఎక్కడికి స్టార్ట్ అయింది? మీసోఫిల్ సెల్స్కి జర్నీ స్టార్ట్ అయింది. మీసోఫిల్ సెల్స్లో ఎవరున్నారు? క్లోరోప్లాస్ట్ ఉంది. ఓకేనమ్మా? ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ అండర్స్టాండ్? ఓకే, chloroplast is there, right? And again, even chloroplast also, they have to go inside the thylakoid. Inside the thylakoid, photosystems. So the light has to travel like this. It is their journey here. ఓకేనా? ఇంత జర్నీ చేసింది, ఇక్కడ రిసీవ్ చేసుకుంటుంది. సో ఇన్ PS1 లైక్ దిస్. వాట్ ఈస్ ద మేజర్ పిగ్మెంట్స్ హియర్? క్లోరోఫిల్ ఏ. ఓకేనా? క్లోరోఫిల్ బి, సి, జాంథోఫిల్స్, ఫైకోబిలిన్స్ ఇవన్నీ కూడా యాక్సెసరీ పిగ్మెంట్స్. ఇవన్నీ accessory pigments. Major one is the chlorophyll A here. B, C, carotenoids ఇవన్నీ కూడా యాక్సెసరీ అనమాట. సో అన్ని పని ఏంటి? అన్ని లైట్ తీసుకుంటాయి. దే అబ్జర్వ్ ది లైట్ హియర్. ఓకేమా? దే అబ్జర్వ్ ది లైట్ ఫ్రమ్ హియర్. ఓకేనా? ఇవన్నీ కూడా లైట్ తీసుకుని ఎవరికి ఇస్తాయి? దిల్ గివ్ టు ది సెంట్రల్ వన్ హియర్. ఓకే, దే గివ్ టు ది సెంట్రల్ వన్. So now the light is trapped here. Okay, now it will excite the electrons or the energy. Okay, so from light, so the light reaction, so from light we get the energy. Since for this reaction light is required, so it's called the light reaction. So from light reaction what we get ma here? Energy we get. So that energy will be in the form of ATP or NADPH. ATP or NADPH. Or మనం సింపుల్గా ఏమని అంటామంటే assimilatory power అనొచ్చు, or we can just simply say the reducing power also. దీన్ని ఏమంటాం? what we call it here ma? Reducing power. Okay, reducing power అంటాం. Okay, ఆర్ లేకపోతే అసిమిలేటరీ పవర్. ఓకే, అసిమిలేటరీ పవర్ అని కూడా అనొచ్చు. అసిమిలేటరీ పవర్ ఆల్సో వీ కెన్ సే. ఓకే, సో లైట్ సింపుల్ కదా, దిస్ ఇస్ సో సింపుల్ రైట్? కమాన్. యా, లైట్ ఎందుకు అవసరము? ఎనర్జీ కోసము. ఏ ఫామ్లో ఉంటుంది ఎనర్జీ? ATP ఆర్ NADPH. Okay, how it is formed within in a minute I'll explain. Okay, ఏంటి? కట్ అండ్ షార్ట్ సింపుల్గా నేర్చుకోవాలి. ఏంటిది? లైట్ నుంచి ఎనర్జీ వస్తుంది. వాట్ ఈస్ దట్ ఎనర్జీ? లైట్ ఎనర్జీ. ఇన్ విచ్ ఫార్మ్ ఇట్ ఈస్? ATP or NADPH. What we give that name as reducing power or assimilatory power. Okay, why reducing means? I'll say in a minute, because the photosynthesis is the reduction reaction. Okay, reduction means addition of hydrogen. So that's why it's called the reducing power. Okay, are you able to understand ma? Yes, you are all good children. Then dark reaction. So what will happen in dark reaction? What is our aim here? Glucose. Yes, glucose or any sugar like that, right? So ఈ గ్లూకోజ్ ప్రిపేర్ అవ్వడానికి we want energy. So who is that giving energy? One light reaction is giving energy. Okay na? ATP, NADPH. So this is the energy. Okay na? మనకి ప్లాంట్కి కూడా గ్లూకోజ్ ప్రొడ్యూస్ చేయాలంటే ఎనర్జీ కావాలి. సో ప్లాంట్కి ఎక్కడి నుంచి వస్తుంది ఎనర్జీ? లైట్ నుంచి వస్తుంది. ఓకే, సో అసలు ఎయిమ్ ఏంటి? వాట్ ఈస్ అవర్ ఎయిమ్ హియర్? వాట్ ఈస్ అవర్ ఎయిమ్ మా? ఏముంటుంది నాన్న? ఎయిమ్ ఏంటి? మన యాక్చువల్లీ ఎయిమ్ ఏంటి? మన జర్నీ ఏంటి? వై వీ హ్యావ్ స్టార్టెడ్ ద ఫోటోసింథసిస్ జర్నీ? గ్లూకోజ్ ఫామ్ అవ్వడం. ఇస్ ఇట్ రైట్? సో గ్లూకోజ్ ఫామ్ అవ్వు అంటే అవుతుందా? లేదు. They want the energy. Okay, they want CO2, they want water, they want sunlight also, with the basic raw materials for them. Okay na, CO2, sunlight and water, H2O. So from light energy, here from sunlight, they require the light energy. So that light energy will combines with the CO2 and forms the glucose. Then how it is formed, we will be seeing in the dark reaction. So for this process, okay, we don't need any sunlight. So that's why it's called the dark reaction, or we simply call it as light independent. Okay, ma? Light independent. We can also write it as light independent. Simple, right? These are all simple things. Light unte light reaction antamu, light dependent, light lekapothe light independent antamu. Kani you should know one thing. ఏంటి ప్లాంట్ పొద్దున పూట CO2 తీసుకుని సన్లైట్ తీసుకుని వాటర్ తీసుకుని నైట్ టైం గ్లూకోజ్ ప్రిపేర్ చేస్తాను సన్లైట్ లేనప్పుడు కాదు. ఓకేనా, ఫర్ దిస్ ప్రాసెస్ లైట్ ఈజ్ నాట్ రిక్వైర్డ్. సో దట్స్ వై ఇట్స్ కాల్డ్ డార్క్. కొంతమంది ఏం రాస్తాం మనము, నైట్ రాస్తాం కదా, డార్క్ అనగానే డార్క్ నైట్. దట్స్ నాట్ లైక్ దట్. ఫర్ దిస్ ప్రాసెస్ ఇట్ డజంట్ నీడ్ ది లైట్. Okay, the daytime they observe the sunlight, CO2 and prepare the own food material, that is the glucose. Okay, night time anedi kaadu. Okay, is it right? Yes. So that's the dark reaction. So in dark, so is it completely clear? This is completely clear, I hope. So a photosynthesis is two step. What's the first step? Light reaction. What's the second step? Dark reaction. So these two combinedly form the glucose. Our aim is to form glucose. So light aim chestundi, light reaction energy istundi dark reaction ki. Dark reaction aim chestundi, glucose ni prepare chestundi. Okay, is it fine?
Hello students, myself Sunil Kumar Badal. I have done my BTech from IIT Kanpur. Here at K. Venkanna classes, I teach chemistry. So, right now I know you all are busy with your board exam preparation, but let me ask you a question. Suppose you want to be a cricketer. Who would you choose your coach? A cricketer or a wrestler? Answer is definitely cricketer. So, in the same way here, we are the group of IITians, NITian and doctor. So, if you really want to crack or get a seat into IIT, NIT or any top medical colleges, come here and join us. What are you waiting for? Thank you.
So mana cinema enti ikkada, what's our movie or anything? What's the cinema here? Glucose. The plant want to prepare the glucose. So for glucose, what is required? It want energy. I want energy, I am saying it. So who is giving? Your light is giving the energy. It is in the form of chemical energy. So energy ఏ form కావాలి? ATP, NADPH. So finish it here, the light reaction. Okay. So what plant has done? Plant came వచ్చింది, light వచ్చేసింది. Then in dark reaction, what two remaining one are there? CO2. So it will combine with that light energy. So that energy is ATP and NADPH. So finally what is formed? Glucose is formed here in dark reaction. For this process, no light. So simply call it as dark. So rendu steps kuda compulsory are needed. Light okate jarugutundi, dark okate jarugutundi kaadu. Two steps when it is two together. Okay, it's called, when it is two are there, then only the photosynthesis is complete reaction. So in dark reaction, CO2 will be there. Okay, next, who will receive that CO2? Okay, who is going to receive the CO2? RUBP. RuBP will receive. RuBP means rubylose bisphosphate. Do you get my point right now? Okay, rubylose bisphosphate will accept the CO2, okay, and along with ATP and NADPH. These are the energy, okay, energy. And finally what is formed here? The glucose is formed, okay, and it will take place in the presence of enzyme here. What is that enzyme? Rubisco is the enzyme, okay. So this is the reaction for the dark reaction. So in light reaction, what we got here? Energy we got. ATP and NADPH is the energy. So plant em chestundi? It want to prepare the glucose. So any plant, okay, plant. So it want to make glucose, okay. So it want to make glucose. So from light reaction, it will take the light here and will form the ATP and NADPH. So this is done, isn't it right? It's done. Light reaction, from light simply we get the energy. That is in the form of ATP and NADPH. It will convert it, that energy, okay. Now it will receive the CO2 from atmosphere. The leaf will okay, CO2. It will combines with the ATP and NADPH, okay. So finally glucose is prepared. So light is there, light reaction. When light is not required for this process, simply we call it as, guess, dark reaction, okay. So what is the full form of ATP is? Adenosine triphosphate. Adenosine triphosphate, okay. Next, NADPH, do you know? Yes? Yeah. Any guesses here? Nicotinamide, adenine, dinucleotide phosphate. Nicotinamide, adenine, dinucleotide phosphate. Dinucleotide phosphate, H for hydrogen, okay. Okay, once again I'll clear all this one. Simply cut and short. Aim to prepare glucose from light energy, okay. That energy means have in the form of ATP and NADPH. So CO2 from light reaction, we got the energy, and finally in dark reaction glucose is formed, okay. Then this is the step, CO2. So acceptor, who will accept that CO2? RuBP. RuBP is a 5 carbon compound. Ribose means, so 1 carbon, 1 plus 5, how much? 6. So CO2 is received by the RuBP. RuBP will take that CO2, and in the one energy, it also wants some boost, some Harlic, some energy. So he is going to give that energy, definitely the light source, ATP and NADPH. We also simply call it as reducing power, yeah, reducing power or assimilatory power. So this is the enzyme, ribulose bisphosphate carboxylase. Okay, is the enzyme, and finally our glucose is formed here, okay. So that's a brief of the light reaction and dark reaction. From this section, what we get as we can get as 4-mark question, and we can also expect the 2-mark question from here. From light reaction, what is formed? ATP and NADPH. From dark reaction, where it is taking place from this section. I have clearly written here, right? These are all your 2 marks answer. Light reaction, thylakoid, so important one. From dark reaction, where it is taking place, ma? Stroma, okay? That's a place, 2 mark question. And light reaction, ATP is formed, NADPH is formed. In dark reaction, glucose is formed. What is the place? Okay, it have to travel. Light have to leave, then mesophil, then chloroplast, then thylakoid, then photosystem. In photosystems, we will be having the chlorophyll molecule. It will be simply like a hemoglobin 1, but the difference here, hemoglobin iron containing 1. In chlorophyll pigment, magnesium will be there, Mg plus 2. I told you, right? Yeah. So here I have written Mg plus 2 iron. Okay, that's the only difference. Majorly 2, A, B. That will be in the photosystems. So it will trap the light energy and will produce the ATP and NADPH. So that in dark reaction the glucose is formed. This is how the plant can prepare its own food materials. Okay. If we get deeper into it, if we dig deeper into it, okay, if we get deeper into it, light reaction, in light reaction also we have 2 steps, okay, like cyclic photophosphorylation, phosphorylation, and non-cyclic photophosphorylation. Phosphorylation is nothing but the adding of phosphate in the presence of light. Okay? So, light reaction, energy is required. So, cyclic photophosphorylation, non-cyclic photophosphorylation. So, cyclic photophosphorylation means from cyclic photophosphorylation only ATP is produced. Okay? From non-cyclic photophosphorylation both NADPH as well as ATP. Cyclic in the sense it will be like cyclic, okay, cycle manner, okay, like cycle. Suppose here PS system 1 is there, it will excite the electrons here, PS1, okay, it will give to plastoquinone, okay, plastoquinone, then cytochrome 6 B6, like there are some set of carriers over here, then plastocyanin. Okay, when light is falled here, whenever light is there, when the light falls on the photosystem, it will excite the electrons. Whenever the electrons are excited, we get the ATP energy. Okay, here only photosystem 1 will work. In non-cyclic, these are not much needed for you, okay, for understanding purpose, I am just drawing it. So, here both the systems will work. So, here PS1, 2 will work, and as well as the PS1 also work here, PS2 also receives the light here, and in the PS2 a light is received and it will also excite the electrons PS2, it will give to the plastoquinone and cytochrome B6 and next plastocyanin. It will give the electron to PS1, the PS1 also excites the electron here and it will give to ferredoxin here. In ferredoxin, NADP will be there, it will receive the hydrogen and forms NADPH. not there in your textbooks. So simply just remember one thing, these are not there in your textbook, only just simply they mentioned as the light reaction, that's all. But if we get into the intermediate level standards, we come across these two. This is cyclic, this is non-cyclic. Cyclic means like cycle, the cycle. PS1 excite, electrons will come back, like plastoquinone will receive, then B6 will receive, plastocyanin, like cycle. Okay. So in cyclic only ATP is formed. Here when here both ATP and this one NADPH, NADPH. Okay, to show you that from where, from which reaction ATP or NADPH, I have simply drawn this. So remember only this one, it's not there in your textbook. Once again I am telling this, from cyclic only ATP is formed. From non-cyclic, non-cyclic means here it is not like a cycle. Why? Because here the PS1 will receive the light here, it will excite the electrons, okay, it will give that electrons are accepted by the ferredoxin here, the ferredoxin will use it up, okay, will use this hydrogen or electron here, here this will use, so there is some loss over here, loss, there is a loss of electron or the hydrogen from here. So PS1 will receive the light, excite the electron, that electrons are accepted by the ferredoxin. So there is some loss. Who will give that who will reduce that loss here? Okay. So here something, there must be some donor. So who will donate that? So here 2 will come into the cinema. Okay. 2 have also received the light. It will also excite the electrons, that so it will give to this. Okay. So this got the electron. Now it is in need. It is in need of electron or hydrogen. Who will give? Who is going to give? Who is going to give, ma? I think, is it tough or I think? Yes. Cyclic ki idi velpotundi malli vachestundi. No. So here, here it is used by NADH, there is some loss. Here also it has received the light, have given the electron or the proton to them. Okay, it is in now need of electron. Okay, electron. Now who is going to give? Who is going to give? Question mark. Water. Okay. Water will give here. So అందుకే అన్నమాట. So plant, any plant. So any plant, okay, leaf, light reaction, what we get? Energy. So whenever light reaction also needs the water. Light here the photolysis of water will happen. So from water they get the electrons. So light reaction అనేది వర్క్ చేయాలనంటే ఏం కావాలి? డెఫినెట్ గా వాటర్ అనేది కావాలి. సో వాటర్ అనేది లైట్ ఎప్పుడైతే సో లైట్ లీఫ్ మీద పడుతుంది కదా, లైట్ పడినప్పుడు ఏమైపోతుంది? ఎగ్జైట్ అయిపోతాయి ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్. ఈవెన్ వాటర్ ఆల్సో విల్ స్ప్లిట్. Okay, that is a specialty why we need the water for photosynthesis. So we have seen the carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is used in the dark reaction. Light reaction where we have seen in light reaction. In light reaction we have seen the H2O is also playing a role. So everything is important here. So light reaction, cyclic photophosphorylation, non-cyclic photophosphorylation. These two combined together we form the reducing power or the assimilatory power. For whom? For to prepare the glucose over here. Okay. సో గ్లూకోజ్ మనం కావాలనంటే డెఫినెట్గా ఎనర్జీ కావాలి. సో దట్ ఎనర్జీ ఏటీపీ అండ్ NADPH. సో గ్లూకోజ్ ఈజ్ ఫార్మ్డ్. ఓకే, so that's the about the photosynthesis and this process. From this photosynthesis types we can expect the 2-mark question, like we can also expect the 4-mark question. Majorly the important one are the 2-mark question, dark reaction, light reaction, what is formed in this, like what is the place, what is formed in like ATP or NADPH, what is the assimilatory power, like that. Photolysis of water, what is the place of photolysis of water? Definitely in thylakoid membrane near the photosystems, the photolysis of water. What is photolysis of water? Splitting of water, okay, will happen in the PS near the photosystem, like PS2. Okay, these are some set of questions you can see in the question paper. By this the photosynthesis gets over, I mean the autotrophic nutrition over. The next one is the heterotrophic nutrition. Okay, if you have any doubts you can just ask. If we just go deeper into the higher classes, right, in detail we will be seeing the light reaction or the dark reaction, like in some more it will be very in detail. Okay.